Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to talk about how to actually grow on Instagram, but without all the dancing, without the constant performing, or feeling like you have to live this super polished influencer life. Believe me, there's a much smarter, quieter way to do this.
You know that feeling, right? You open up Instagram, you're ready to build something for your business or your brand, but all you see are these viral trends and picture-perfect lives, and you just think, ugh, that's not me. It is such a common feeling, and honestly, it's the #1 reason why so many people just get completely stuck.
But here's the thing. What if I told you that that entire way of thinking, it's all based on an old, outdated version of Instagram? Because it is. There is a much more strategic, a more sustainable, and frankly, a way more authentic way to build a real audience and a business on a platform today.
All right, so first things first, we have to dismantle this massive myth that's holding everybody back. This idea that you have to be a performer, a song and dance person to succeed. This is the wall most people hit before they even really get started.
Do any of these sound a little too familiar? So many of us, we get it in our heads that Instagram is just a stage. So we post kind of randomly, hope for the best, chase trends that don't even really fit what we're about, and then we get totally discouraged because the only stuff we see succeeding is the loudest content. It is a perfect recipe for burnout, not for growth.
This quote, this really gets to the heart of the huge mindset shift that we all need to make. Just forget about mass appeal. Forget being trendy. The real goal, the thing that actually works, is to become deeply, incredibly relevant to a specific group of people who are already out there looking for exactly what you know.
And that right there brings us to probably the most important part of this whole explainer. The platform itself, its core logic. It is fundamentally changed. And understanding the shift, that is your secret weapon for growth.
So here it is, the big change. Instagram is no longer just a stage. It's become a library. It used to be all about entertainment and performance, but now it functions much more like a search engine. Think about it. People aren't just mindlessly scrolling anymore. They're actively searching for solutions, for tutorials, for answers to their problems. Understanding this one single shift, it changes absolutely everything about your strategy.
So, why the change? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. The algorithm's main goal right now is to maximize how much time people spend inside the app. And what keeps people glued to their screens longer than some fleeting, funny video? Content that's genuinely useful, content that's truly valuable to them.
This brings us to the new gold standard on Instagram, what we call savable content. A save is literally the most powerful signal you can send to the algorithm. It tells Instagram, whoa, this content is so valuable, I need to file it away to come back to it later. And what's your reward for that? Instagram goes out and finds more people just like that person and shows them your stuff. It's a game changer.
Okay, so how do we turn all this knowledge into an actual practical strategy? Well, the focus shifts completely. We're no longer aiming for that 1 in a million viral hit. Instead, we're aiming for slow, steady, silent growth that's built on a solid foundation of pure value.
And you know what the best part is? None of this requires you to be on camera if you don't want to. I'm talking about things like informational carousels that break down a complex topic into easy steps. Or, reels that just use simple text and maybe some stock images to explain a process. Even a really simple, well-designed graphic that answers one key question can be crazy effective. The focus is 100% on teaching, not on performing. Now, it's really important to set the right expectation here. This is not about going viral tomorrow. This is all about what I like to call invisible consistency. Just showing up regularly with valuable stuff. It's these small, daily, weekly steps that build a truly sustainable and, more importantly, an engaged audience over time.
Because look, at the end of the day, just growing for the sake of growing is kind of pointless, right? We need to connect this Instagram strategy to a real business outcome. It's time to move beyond just chasing those vanity metrics like follower counts.
Let's just be really direct about this. A high follower count, it looks nice, sure, but it doesn't guarantee a single dollar in sales. The real measure of success isn't how many people follow you, it's how many people you can build a genuine, trusting relationship with.
So the real goal here is to use Instagram as a fantastic discovery tool, a way to find your people, and then move your most engaged followers over to a platform that you actually own and control, one that isn't totally at the mercy of some random algorithm change.
And here's exactly how that journey looks. It all starts when one of your super useful posts attracts the perfect person. From there, you gently guide them to the link in your bio. Then, in exchange for their email, you give them something genuinely valuable, like a free guide or a checklist. And just like that, you've moved them beyond the algorithm.
You now have a direct line to build a real relationship with them through email.
You know, it might sound a little old school, but please do not underestimate this. Email marketing is still one of the most powerful and reliable ways to build trust and, eventually, to sell your products or services. It is your digital asset.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, I get it. But how do you actually start? Let's break down the exact practical steps you can take, like today, to put this whole silent growth strategy into action. Here it is, your 4-step launch plan. Step 1, become an investigator. Go find the real questions your ideal audience is actually asking online. Step 2, simply create 2 or 3 high-value, savable posts a week that directly answer those questions. Step 3, create a simple freebie. I'm serious. Even a 1-page PDF guide works perfectly. And finally, Step 4, put the link to that freebie in your bio, and boom, you are officially building your email list.
With this new mindset, every single piece of content you create now has a dual purpose. It's no longer just a random post hoping for likes. It's a strategic brick that you are laying to build a solid, reliable, and predictable system for your business.
So let's just forget about being an influencer. The real goal, the more powerful goal, is to become an indispensable resource, to be trusted. The question isn't, can you grow on Instagram? The real question is, are you ready to stop performing and start teaching?